Next, sir. Next. Dhanasar, do you know who is today's resource person? Yes, he is none other than Dr. K. Thiago. Do you know about him? What a fantastic, extraordinary resource person today we have. He has more degrees, particularly his MSc Max and also in MPhil. Yeah, man. MPhil also in education, MSc Psychology and PhD in education. Wow, what a great personality we have today. He has 14 years of teaching experience also and working as an assistant professor at the School of Education, Central University of Kerala, Kasaragod, Kerala. And also his expertise in learning management tools, web tools for education, free open source software, online assessment tools, mobile apps for education, augmented reality in education, artificial intelligence in education, and open educational resources. Wow, what a wonderful personality. Shall we meet you now? Warm welcome to Dr. K. Thiago. Warm greetings to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All the best for your session. Now the floor is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. So just I'm going to share the screen. Then after that, I present my views.
Yes,
so
sir,
hopefully my screen is visible. So hopefully.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you. Shankar. So the topic which is assigned for me today is creating of online examination. If any technical is to kindly inform me, so I will check my connection. Yes. The topic is assigned for me is creating online examination. So before going to deeply about the tool which I'm going to focus, just I'm going to highlight some of the basic information about the examination as well as the assessment. See, I'm using some GIF images here. In the year 1860 or 18th century, the first technologies came into the classroom as a blackboard. So when the people are seeing the more than 100 years before as a blackboard, they feel that, wow, what a remarkable modification in the case of the classroom. It's that time only the blackboard is the first technology. But now after the COVID, we are expertise into the new technology tools, particularly in the case of the teaching, learning, and assessment. We are expertise into more than at least one or two tools. We are may expertise because of the COVID. And now the entire transactions move to the off to on, like a switchboard. So normally in the case of the any switch, we have the off button as well as the on button. But now we move to the offline to the online. The entire transactions move to the online. So we may use the term as a virtual teaching also, or virtual learning also. So it's different names we are using. And see, previously we may talking about the term as a pedagogy. And now the people are talking about the pedagogy. We may think that what a outdated man now he's talking about pedagogy, because now the current scenario, the pedagogical term is not be suitable for the current scenario, because after the pedagogy, different pedagogies may comes like heterogogy, andragogy, then pedagogy. Now we are reaching into the world of cybergogy. Cybergogy. Sometimes we may use the term as a digital pedagogy or digigogy. A lot of terms are there. So digital pedagogy represent so how we are effectively using the technology devices as well as the technology tools for our classroom transactions. So that is talking about the digital pedagogy. And parallelly, we must to think about the pedagogical practice. Even we are using the digital devices, we have to merge the pedagogical things like the methods of teaching. Because we may know the lot of methods of teaching. We should be incorporate the method of teaching also together. So hopefully my voice is audible to all of you. Yes.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, thank you. So the next thing, in the case of the assessment, we may divide the assessment into three spectrum. One is called diagnostic assessment, formative assessment, and summative assessment. So what is diagnostic? So before going for any kind of intervention or any kind of treatment or any kind of teachings, we measure the student's level. For understanding the student's level, for understanding the student's difficulty, we must conduct some kind of assessment. That assessment, we may use the term called as a diagnostic. From this, we can know what is the issues for the students, how we can give the remedy. These are things we have to check after conducting the diagnosis. Then after this, that is called formative assessment. So the formative assessment, it may go along with your teaching and learning. So like while teaching, suppose I'm teaching, in between I ask the questions to this sir, then I say, sir, am I audible? So he's give the answer, sir, you are audible. So just I'm checking whether my voice is reached to all the people. So in this manner, I am accessing whether my voice is reached to others. So here, like a synchronous mode, that's a small assessment. In the entire learning process or teaching process, some kind of intervention or some kind of interaction may happen. That may also called as an assessment. But here the assessment much focusing on the learning base. So we are knowing that whether the students are gained from our input, that we are accessing through the formative assessment that is called during the learning. So different formative assessment techniques are there, like rubrics, written test. Just I'm already highlighted here. Sorry. Yes. So if you see here, you can see the entire thing from here. Yeah. So the rubrics, the written test, then creative assignments, presentation, portfolios. So these all things may come under the formative. The format is down. Rubrics, class discussion, checklist, and all. Then finally we move to the summative assessment. This is normally we use for the end of the entire academic year. That is called summative assessment we are using. After the learning, we are measure that whether the students are eligible to move from one place from one particular level to other level. We are using this kind of summative. Normally, the college level, we use the term as a semester examination. So this is called summative at the end. So for this, normally we are using say some kind of written test examination or some kind of project or vivace examinations. In the higher education, we are using same thing in the schools also they are using. Yes, the next thing. So previously we are talking about the types of the methods of the assessment. Now I'm moving to the one more the features in the case of the assessment. Normally in the assessment we can go with the two mode. One is called synchronous mode. Other one is called asynchronous or asynchronous. So the term itself, the sync means there is a sync it happened between the teacher as well as the students. If the syncness happen, then it's called synchronous. How it be synchronous? Sync it happen in the sense that is called real-time teaching. If the teacher is teaching, the students are learning, and parallel there is an interaction through the discussion forum or some kind of polling session or some kind of quiz. The students are from this we are assessing the students' progress. So for this, the synchronous mode, the teacher should be online, students should be online. There should be a real-time interaction or the real-time assessment practice should be there. That kind of practice is called synchronous. That's why I'm using the term, the image like. One bird along with one bird. So one bird is represent the teacher, other bird is the students. There should be a real interactions or real time assessment may happen. That means the same time. The assessment happen between the teacher and students at the same time, right? This is called synchronous. That's the other name is we may use the other alternative the form of the mode of the assessment that is called asynchronous or asynchronous. So in this case, the teacher need not be in the online. The teacher may prepare a test or they may prepare some kind of assessment rubrics. They can share the things to the students as a URL ID or any kind of code. So whenever the students free, they may open that link. They fill this particular form. Then finally they may submit the results. So in this case, here the flexibility is much in the case of the students. Even the teacher side has a flexibility. In this case, the students need not be online when the teachers are online. Similarly, the teachers no need to be online when the students are online. So there is no real-time discussion. There's no real-time assessment. It's not possible here. That is called asynchronous or asynchronous. So here the assessment may happen, but not in a real time. So that term is called asynchronous. Yes, now I move to directly to the test post because this particular tool, it means supporting the asynchronous. Suppose you want to conduct as a polling section, we can use the quizzes or other application that you're already familiar. How to conduct a formality assessment in a synchronous mode from these quizzes or the other tools like WebEx or Slido. Lot of plenty of tools are there. But this tool is main for the test. How we can create a effective examination as well as how we can organize the examination, how to assess the student progress. For this tool is a remedy for all of you. And when you go to the Google and type the test modes, you can find out this kind of small caption also. Powerful, but simple test generator. The term is very much impressive on. That's why even the lot of tools are available in the case of the online examinations. Why I'm focusing here, the terms is much attractive to me. It's very powerful. So it's powerful means we can easy to access as a teacher, as a student also. And at the same time, normally powerful tools, a lot of, it's not a simple tool. If you see on some of the paid software or some other tools, It may be very powerful, but lot of features are available. Therefore, it's making confusion to the people those who are using. But this tool is not that much of complicated features. Very simple feature. Even the layman can access it. So the term is important. Even the person those who are not very much aware of it, how to use the digital tools, that people also can create this kind of tool with the use of the test modes. Therefore, they coined the term as a powerful tool, and parallel is a simple test generator. So it means that the normal man, those who are not good at all in the technological gadgets, they also may create this kind of any assessment with test modes. And see, so in the case of the test modes, there's a small introduction I give. So how it will be useful in the sense, distribute your test online and get the result instantly, both in synchronous mode or asynchronous. Suppose you are online, parallel you are sending the questions to the students are also filling the same time, then it's called synchronous. Suppose you are sending the link, whenever the students free, they may fill it and then send it, submit as that is called asynchronous. That is called asynchronous. And see, in the case of test modes, there's three important steps for creating any kind of test. One is called adjust a few settings. What is the settings in the sense? It's like customize the question template. Even the Google Forms, you may see the templates, no? Like in the setting options, we are fixing the how many times the students may participate. We are changing the font style. We are changing the template color. So that for that kind of setting option is called as a customize. So here they use this is the first steps of our processing of the creating the test modes. The test that's called adjust a few settings as part of the customization. The second steps after did the customization, we can move to the questions, adding the questions one by one. And the main important things we can add any kind of test format. Generally, in the case of the other tools like a Quizzes platform or Quiz platforms, most of the time it's supporting only the objective questions, not in subjective questions. Objective means like a one-word questions, like choose the best answer or match the following or true or false. That may called as a objective. In the case of subjective questions, the 2-mark question, 5-mark question, or 10-mark question may called as a subjective. But this platform, it may help us to both. If you'd like to go with the 2-mark question, if you want to organize it, it's possible. If you like to go with the 10-mark question, also it's possible. But only the things here, the 2-mark question as well as the 5-mark question, it's nothing but the subjective questions. The teachers may evaluate manually. The 2-mark question, 5-mark question, 10-mark question should be evaluated by the teachers manually. But in the case of the objective questions, like 1-word questions, it automatically it may evaluate it from the missing system. Like in the Google Forms and all, like if you go with the examination like a quiz mode, no, automatically it's give the grade, no. The same mode is available. Only the objective. If you go to the subjective, the teachers may give that evaluations and finally they assign the mark for the each individual. Then the third steps, that is called distribute the URL. After making the questions, you have to share the questions or you can organize the examination through the URL only, like in the Google Forms. But here, what is that unique in the case of the URL? The URL is very user-friendly URL. It's not very complicated URL. If you look onto the other web tools, the URL consists of the different letters, different numbers. It consists of a lot of terminology. So even we could not be memory that kind of terminology because a lot of confusion. If you put the single error mark or single O symbol, it not reach the particular website. But here, the end there is a 7-digit number or 6-digit number. Okay, there is a 7-digit number. Sometimes it becomes 6-digit number. That number is more enough to reach the to attend the examination. Even the teacher side also. So very customized way of the URL. Like the first part is a testmodes.com. The second part there is a 7-digit number. So you can memory the last 7-digit number is enough to connect to attend the examination as a student side. And a lot of features are available, but I'm going to highlight only the free features which is available in the test modes. Because in the paid version, a lot of options are available. Even this tool is both versions are available. Free version, the paid version. Even I'm going to highlight which are the limitations in the case of free version. That also I'm focusing. But in the free features, these are the options are available. Any people can use it. One is called use a variety of question types. You can go with the multiple choice, true or false, filling the blanks, match the following, as well as the essay type. So in the essay type, it consists of all these summative based questions. So in this manner, it may help. And the second important, the free features, what they're providing in the sense, it may very much what is the user-friendly platform for the both mobile as well as the desktop or the laptop devices. And the good things, it may working with low bandwidth connection. Even the students having only the 2G connection or the 3G connection is not at all issue. It may working well. And even the students, they are not able to finish the examination. Suppose they are attending 5 questions due to the network or due to the power issues, they are not able to continue the examination. Automatically, the first 5 questions may reach as the answer to the teachers. So like this, you don't need to be submit also automatically it goes to the teacher side. Then customize the look and feel your test. So we can easy to customize the test outlook and all. And limit the number of times. Even you can fix the, suppose you have the 10 questions, you want to fix the time limit for only 10 minutes. That options are available. Fairly, we can give the time, number of time to be, sometimes in the Google Forms and all, a number of times the people are participating in the same queues, no? But here we can customize like this, whether the students want to connect the queues for 1 time or 2 times, like that kind of customization is also available. And main important thing, the randomization. The questions we can go with the randomization order because the suppose you have 100 students.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Could you please bit louder? And your language speed is very fast, sir. If possible, speak little slower, sir.
Or okay, this for the theory part. No, when you go for demonstration, I'm going very slowly. Okay, because if I highlight the much, it takes much time. I cannot lead further. That's why I'm little speed. Anyway, I'm going normal speed. Okay, thank you so much to give the suggestion. Right. So one more important feature, you see in the case of the normal net examination or any kind of back examination, those who are having the experience, you could understand the template of the online examination. Each slide or each page, there is one question. Suppose once you finish the first question, it automatically goes to the next page. The next page consists of only one question. So if you finish the second question, please the next page. That page consists of the third question. So like this, there is a 111 like this. We can go with some kind of structural way, like each page only one page, that options are available. Suppose as a teacher you want to keep or you want to show all the questions in the same page instead of a single page, that options is available. And the things I am already mentioned, that the randomization order is possible both in the question wise as well as the option wise also. Even the each option wise also there is a what is the randomization, or that kind of shuffling options are available. And next thing, as a teacher, we can download the results in different format, even the CSV format. In the CSV format with the result, with what the response they did, no, that also we can download, or without the response also we can download. That possible also there. And other feature I listed here, kindly read this one. And the next things, in what are the questions may supporting this I already mentioned, but even though I'm highlighting once again, there is a 6 types of the assessment is possible through this particular tool. What is called multiple choice, choose one. It means a multiple choice question, but consists that particular questions having only one correct answer. That is called choose one. Suppose there is a multiple choice question, it consists of 2 or 3 responses may correct. We can go with the multiple choice, choose many response. That is the second options are available. You can see the left side, there is a screenshot also, I kept it here. So these are the great questions available. Multiple choice, choose one. Multiple choice, choose many. The third one is a true or false. Like whenever you want to check, if you give the statement, whether the statement true or false, we can access the mode of true or false. Then match the following, that also is available. Then filling the blanks. Then finally the essay. The essay is option. We can go with 2 mark question, 5 mark question, as well as 10 mark. You can go with any format of the summative with the use of the essay only. Therefore, we can go with any kind of structural way of the examination with this tool. And in down, if you see, there is called survey also. See, but they're giving the free version only the grade questions only, not in the survey ungraded questions. So this is a paid version. You cannot access the second part of the templates, like a multiple choice, as a choose one, as a survey poll. Sometimes we are conducting some kind of survey polling, without assigning the mark. That is not possible in this. But if you want to conduct a survey poll as a part of the synchronous assessment, we can use the same grade question. I'm giving some tips also, because automatically it's give the mark. For example, if you create some multiple choice, the mark is 1 only. But if you like to keep as a 0, automatically come as a survey poll. So we can convert the normal grading examination into a survey poll also with small techniques if you're adopting, right? If you want to go with the open-ended questions, discussions, like a chat box discussion, you can generate through the essay type, but not assign the mark. So that's also possible. The next thing, the reporting, that these are the tips may helping for the teachers. In the case of the reporting, this much of user is available as a free. So as a teacher, we can see the entire summary statistics of the entire students and export the CSV file. The entire report we can download in a CSV file, because most of the softwares or the tools, the final results we are downloading is a CSV. The same thing is supported here. And the next important thing is searchable. For example, there is 100 students. In this 100, you want to find only one particular student in the name of Ravi or Babu. You can type the names here. See, there is a template. I put the screenshot also. There is a filter by name. If you type the student's name, automatically it's showing only that particular student's name. It may show the only one student. From this, you can check what kind of response we get. So like this, we can search some specific students also. The next one is manual score adjustment. Suppose you are conducting some filling the blanks. There is a problem with case sensitivity. So suppose you are giving us the key and the filling the blanks is a capital letter, but the students are typing the answer in a small letter. So automatically detect, because the computer generated evaluations, no auto evaluation. So sometimes the small letter is not accessing the correct response, so it shows as a 0 mark for the question. But here as a teacher, once we see that each integer scores, and we can check whether the missing generated or computed the answer, the mark, the evaluation mark is correct. If it's wrong, we can modify the mark also. Parallelly, if you want to assign the mark for the 2-mark questions or 5-mark questions by manually, because automatically we cannot give the mark for the 2-mark and 5-mark. Only the manual mark only we can assign for the subjective question. I am already mentioned that only this objective questions only the auto-generated marks may come. But in the case of the subjective mode question, like a 2-mark question, 5-mark question, the teacher can assign the mark after reading the students' answer. Then finally, if you want to review the individual responses in detail, that is also possible with the use of the reporting option. Yes, the last one, in what way it may helping to the student, in what way the students may benefit, and how the student interface if you're using this tool. So one important things, it may supporting to both the desktop as well the mobile option. And if you're looking at the mobile, it's very much user friendly. I already mentioned that it's a low bandwidth also working. Even the 2G's network is enough for the students. And the test portal or the test view, it's looking very colorful. That is, it creates some kind of attractiveness to the students community to go further to attend the examination and all. And one more important thing in the case of student side, the students no need for any kind of registration. Suppose if the students want to fill the Google forms, sometimes it's asking the Gmail ID. Without Gmail ID, they could not log into the Google forms and all. But here, no need for the login credential. They can join with the link, and parallelly they give the name only. Only the name is enough to join these queues. That is not what is that? Attend the. It's not a queues. It's the examination portal. Even if you convert this portal for the queues, that's also possible. But here I'm focusing on test only. And the limitation, because when you go for the free version, lot of free options are there. Parallelly, some limitations also there. What is the limitation in the case of free access? We can go with n number of tests. For creating the n number of tests, not at all issue. Even if you go with 100 tests or 200 tests, not an issue as a free. But the limitation in the case, for each test, you can create maximum 50 question or 50 mark. Suppose you are conducting a objective mode examination to the students. A single test consists of maximum 50 questions only as a free version, right? Then similarly, the questions, the test can opt by maximum 100 students per test. Suppose you are sharing one link, that link can accessible by only 100 students. Once the 100 students are finished the examination, the 101 students cannot join. Suppose you like to give the space for the 101 students or 1 or 2 students, what you have to do? You have to remove some of the responses from the student side. So for example, you have a summary list. From this, if you are deleting the 10 response of the students, you may get 10 more extra features. So for this, what you have to do? You have to download the entire report of the 100 people. Then you can delete all the 100 and you can go with the next 100. So that is way you can go with if you need to more than 100, that feature you can use it. And some other features also is not possible here, like uploading the image and uploading the videos and some other mathematical equation like the integral calculus, differential equation. That kind of higher level is not possible, but we can use the superscript, subscript like x square, x power 2. So that kind of formula we can use it. You can use the any formulas also. Suppose you are familiar with ASCII mathematical code or in a latex code of mathematics, you can use it. That is not an issue. But you cannot use the mathematical equation function because they're given the default function as a mathematical equation. But that is not, you cannot use it as a free version here. The pay version only you can use it. The last one is the email notification. So when the students are submitting the answer, automatically the teachers may get some kind of notification. That also we not get it because we are using their free access. So these are the limitations available in this. Now I'm directly moving to the demonstration hereafter. So these are the steps is involved in the creation of the test. The first steps is reach the sites. How to reach the site? Then how to create a test name. Very simple steps. And the first two steps are very simple. Then third, fourth, fifth steps is much important. How to customize the settings of your examination portal. Then add question. How to add the questions one by one. I'm going to highlight the different format of the question also. Then after adding the question, how to generate the link. So there they're using the word as a publish. So they use the term instead of a generate the URL, they use the term as a publish. That's why I'm using it. So after generating the URL, we have to share the link to the students. Then finally, how to find the summary report from the teacher side. So these are the steps only I'm going to focus in here. So this entire thing is a PPT also there, but now I am moving directly to my demonstration. I'm coming back to the browser. So this is my browser. I'm using the Google Chrome. Here, I'm typing as a good. So I'm going with the basic steps. You can go to the google.com. After this, you have to type the term as a TESMOS. TES TESTMOS. Right. So once you click enter, you can go to the next level, next interface. This is an URL. Suppose you know the URL, you can go directly testmos.com. Suppose you are not knowing the URL, you can type like this and then reach this particular site, the first site. The first search result is a Testmos website. If you click here, it goes to the home page interface of the testmos.com. This is a Testmos home page view. So whenever you are going to access any tool, kindly look onto the portal view, right? So they given all the features, which are the features available, and they given some kind of screenshot. If it comes down, they given all the features which is available here, and make free test how it will be. If you want to find more features, how it will be, everything they given is very clearly, right? Then if you like to, suppose you like to learn by yourself with the tutorial of the video, they given some tutorial also. There is a watch a demo. So suppose you have doubts in between how to create a test, not an issue. They given a free tutorial. If you click the watch a demo, they given a one video. This video is talking about the entire, only the 6 minutes video. It's giving the entire pictures about these tools, how to use it, right? This is also available. Yeah. Gently for creating any, for accessing any website, we are going with the login option. But I am not recommending to do the login because the login options in the case of Testmos only for the paid people only, payment basis. Suppose if you click the login as sign up, see what is asking. It asks the username and password, right? So once you go with the login, it may supporting only for the paid people. So because we don't have the username and password. Once you create a new username and password, immediately it asks you a bank credential and other things. Therefore, don't go with login and sign up option. Without login and sign up, we can create a n number of tests. So how we can go with this? So there is an option called build a test. See, build a test, build a test. You can go here or here. So we can create a test without login. That is possible here. I am going to the build a test. So these are first steps of the creating the name of the test. Once you click a build a test, see, use these forms to build a pre-test and test modes. You are finding this option and things and good things. This way you can create n number of test modes tests. It's not an issue. You can create n number, right? Only the warning, they given warning also. Please kindly note this warning. suppose you want to access the same test later as a teacher, you don't forget your password which you created now, and don't forget your URL. This is a warning. So warning means they're given some kind of alert to you. You don't forget your password, right? The second one, URL. So where the password, here we are creating the name, test name as well as the password. This you won't be forget. And finally, we are getting one link also. That link also you won't be forget. So these two things only it may helping to recover the previous the test. Even if you want to do editing, if you want to delete anything in the previous test, you can use this with this mode only, with the URL along with that password, right? And I'm giving the test name. So the first steps, first create here the name of the test. Suppose I like to go with the UTA computer basic test. So this is my test name. So UTA computer basic test. I'm giving the password. So this is a password as a teacher, you cannot forget. So I'm giving the password of my test. So right, then I'm going with the created test. So this much is enough to create a name of a test. Now it goes the next interface. See, very simple. I created a name of a test in a very single steps, only one steps only. Once you go to the test mode, you can click as a build a test. There it asking the test name, give the name of the test. Suppose you are conducting a examination of the any language, or Hindi test or any language, you can type it there. Okay. So which subject you are? Suppose I'm conducting the examination for science basic test or science test. You can type as a science test as a test name. So this is much options only we have to use it from here. That's why I told it's a very user-friendly tool, very user-friendly. Even the layman can work. Only the three options here. Settings. The setting is option for customizing the panel, the entire examination as the panel color and all, the examination panel color, the template view. And for adding the question, we can go to the question option, right? Then the last before the option called publish. For generating the URL, we can click the publish. Then only it available to the open. Any people can access it. If you want to see the result, you can click the result option. There are only the four options. The general name is called dashboard. So in the dashboard, the same features are available. Even you can click the settings from here, otherwise here. So the dashboard is nothing but the same things repeated in the dashboard also. Only the four options: settings for customizing the test, adding the questions, you can go with the question option, generating the link, you can go with the publish option, then seeing the result of the students, you can go with the results. Only the four options. First, I move to the settings. See, in the setting, the test name which we given previously, which I given the previous, it's automatically showing here as UTA computer basic test. Suppose I like to remove I want to customize once again. I want to change the name. I can change the name. So I put like this computer basic test UTA here. Right. So like this, you can change it. Suppose you don't like it also, you can remove it as you like only. So now I put the computer basic test. That is a test name. So once a student joined, automatically the test names say headings may comes to the end. And this is an introduction part. The same options are available in the case of Google Form also. Suppose the students are joined, we are giving some kind of heading, no? So welcome you all. You can attend all the questions. All the best to all of you. That kind of small introduction we have to give. So here I'm giving this small introduction. All the best or best of luck. Okay. Attempt all the questions. Right. So like this, you can give some kind of brief intro about this test. And the second one is the color scheme, like a template, the background color, the examination, the template background color. They're given is a 3 default color and one normal view. So I can go with this color. Suppose I like to go with this maroon background, I can go here. And it is supporting this much of language, then Croatian, English, French, German, Hindi, and Portuguese, Spanish. Suppose if you like to access the other language also, if you have the Google input tools, you can use the Google input tools. From this you can type, because previous also I'm talking about how to type, how to organize the examination through Tamil. So you can use any third-party tool to support to type any kind of languages. It's supporting all the language too. Then this is an option is much important. See the question settings. So in the case of question setting, I already mentioned during my intro part. Suppose the students want to see the entire question the same page. You can click the first option. If you click the second option, it means that the students can see each question one by one. Like the first page, like a page 1, page 2, page 3. No, the page 1 consists of only one question. Page 2 consists of second question. Like it goes some kind of order. But I feel it's better we can go with the entire test in a single page. Then only the students can know how many questions are there. And this option randomize the order of the question during the test. This is what we need in the sense. Suppose you are conducting the examination for 100 students. If you want to share the question paper to 100 students in a single URL, sometimes the students might copying or the students may give some kind of key to respond the answer from the other students to the other students. Therefore, some kind of copying issues may come. But here, if you fix the randomized order, the questions may shuffle to each individual. It is not, even if you go with some kind of structural 10 question order, but once you fix this particular randomized order, the questions may shuffle to each individual in a different order. Even a single student not, even 2 or 3 students not having the same pattern, it may differ to each individual. So this is good options they are providing. And the review settings, that's nothing but the concluding text. Once the students are attempting the examinations, we have to give some kind of confirmations. Okay, so you can give the confirmations. So good attempt, or you can give any kind of things also. So I can give us a good attempt. Suppose there is a chance if you want to give the comments based on the pass mark or fail mark, that option is also available. Instead of that, I'm putting the good attempt. Thank you. Thank you for part of this examination. So like this, I'm giving the general conclusion remarks. Suppose the students are gaining 80% of mark. So you can give us a pass percentage. Suppose the students are less than 50, you can tell that you are not up to the mark. You have to study well. Like this, you want to give some kind of specific remarks to the each individual. You can go to this option, show a custom. You can fix the percentage. Suppose I like to fix the percentage of 60. So 60 means pass percentage. You should give the pass percentage. You can give so good attempt. Keep it up. So it means that they are pass. Okay. So those who are getting the fail mark. Okay. Sorry. You gain or you secured. You secured low mark. Kindly work hard. So like this, you can give some kind of constructive way of the responses. Like, so I hope you understood. So if the students are gaining more than 60, they may get this response. If the students are getting less than 60%, they may get this response. And other setting option, suppose you want to conduct the examination score based, you can go with the score. Otherwise, you can go with the grade. That is here in this case of free version, grade is not possible. Only the score patterns are available. And if you come to the access control, this is much important. This is the thing, the right side, how much time do test takers have completed the test? Suppose you are conducting 20 marks, 20 objective questions, but you like to give one maximum 15 minutes only. You have to fix the minutes. So it means that the students can finish the 20 objective questions within 15 minutes. If they not finish it, automatically the screens may close. That final results. So for example, out of 20 questions, they fix only the 10 questions as a response. It comes to this teacher's view because the students are attending only 10. Like this, we may get the summary sheets. So we can fix the time limit, but here it's not possible to fix the time limit for each question. It is only for the test time limit. The entire test, we can fix the time limit. And the second options, how many times can someone take a test? Suppose default is unlimited. Suppose you like to keep a single person can attend only one time for this examination, you can fix this in number 1. But for the demo purpose, I'm fixes it 2, right? For demo purpose, even a single person with the same name, they can attempt the examination 2 times. And who can take your test? So here there is option called anyone default. Anyone means if you're sharing the link, those are accessing the link, they can participate this the examination. Suppose you want to customize the examination pattern. It's not for all. You want to customize only for specific people. You can go to the anyone who enters the passcode. For example, I'm giving the passcode as a UTE. UTE is a password, is a small letter. Kindly note. So here, only the people, those who are know the passcode, only they may connect. Even if I share the code also, once you share the code, the people may click the code with the URL, so they can see the template view. There it's asking the name. In down, it's also the passcode. Those who are giving the UTS a passcode, then only the people may attend the examination. Otherwise, it's not possible. So like this, we can go with some kind of constructive way or structural way of examination. And the other two options are paid one. Suppose you have the unique identifier of the, for example, I belongs to university. In our university, we have the extension mail ID for each student at cukera.ac.in. If you want to go with that student, those are connecting with that particular mail ID, that extension mail ID only want to give the responses or want to part of this examination, we can go with this option, but it is option is not free. It is a paid one. Okay, I am using even the paid software also, but and the free version I am using more than 3 years. But now I like to go with some kind of constructive mode for my student. That's why I moved to the higher level. But I'm not recommending to go with paid. You can access only this much, because you are conducting the examination only for personal purpose, not for the institution. If the institutions is need, they can move to the other mode, right? And here, the students may join with the name. Suppose you are asking with the designation also, you can add it here. So enter your name and designation. Suppose I'm asking the both in a single question with the designation. And this are the option browser functionality. No, this also is available only the paid version people only. If you click also, it won't be work. It's showing that sorry, you are not able to work. But the good advantage here, the people, suppose you are sharing the question paper to in online mode, no one can take a screenshot. Even no one can translate the question paper. No one take a printout. So all the options should be disabled for them if you go with it. But here, this test, anyone can take a screenshot or they may copy it. Even they can translate to one language to other language. These options are available in a free, okay, not in a free basis. After fixing all, what you have to do, go to the down, there is a save button. So once you click the save, the first page is over. So here there is a mistakes I did. I think one mistakes I did from my end. Yeah, anyone. So I'm fixed the anyone option. So here anyone can join. So that option I'm given. I click the save option. So once I click the save, the first part, the setting, the question customization should be over. The questions are customization over. So that the test customization, the settings, everything's over. The second important part, we have to add the questions one by one. For automatically, once you give the save in the settings option, it goes with questions option. See, automatically the questions may come. This is a questions view. In the questions adding option, they're using the option called insert. We have to insert the questions one by one. If you click the drop down option here, drop down, you can find all the features of the questions. Multiple choice, choose one. Multiple choice, choose many. True or false, matching, filling the blanks, and etc. This much of options are there. Now I'm going to highlight one by one. The first one, I like to create a multiple choice, but only one response may correct. How we can go with this? I'm going to multiple choice. Once I go with the multiple choice, the questions number ones may comes, and I'm typing the questions here. So related to the computer basics, here I'm typing the questions. Which of the following? Right. Which of the following? General question is not an assessment platform. So like general questions and not an e-assessment platform. So general question I'm going. So which of the following is not an e-assessment platform, right? So here I am emphasizing the word not. Here I'm giving the answer like this, Tesmos, then uses, then I'm giving us a Google Meet or Google Docs, then Google Forms. Right. So here there is a 4 option I given, but this question is to choose only one as a correct response here. So as a teacher, I can select the wrong answer because it's the questions which of the following is not an e-assessment. Therefore, I'm selecting the Google Docs. Right. Here, one more option they're providing, that is called shuffle. See, there's a small icon here. Generally, it's not enabled. Once you want to enable it, you can press it here. Once you press it, automatically the dark black color icons may come. It means that the options also may shuffle to each individual. If the 100 students, each 100 students, the order may shuffle. Questions also previously shuffle because I put this setting as a questions shuffling. But here, even the response also may shuffle to each individual. If you like to increase the mark, suppose I like to give the 2 mark, you can increase the mark like in the Microsoft Forms or in the Google Forms. I'm going to only one. Now I move to the second questions demo. The second question I'm moving to the multiple choice choose meaning. It means that a single question consists of more answers may correct, right? So now I'm going to the multiple choice. See the same mode of the Google Forms, no? If you're having a multiple choice, only one response, you are getting this kind of circle bar, circle icon. But if you go with the multiple choice answers, we may get the checkbox, like a checkbox icon, like a square, small square. It means that the teachers may select 2 or 3 response, similarly students also. Here I'm going to ask the questions. Which of the following? Which of the following? Which are the following? Is are the input device? Or the input device? Input device. Okay, I put the input devices of input device. I'm giving the response like this: keyboard, monitor, mouse, printer. Suppose there is a fifth option. If you'd like to keep the fifth option, you can keep it. Otherwise, I can put the delete. Okay, I'm keeping only 4 options. In the 4 options, there's 2 options are correct because I'm asking the input device. I'm picking the keyboard as well as the mouse. I'm selecting the correct response. Keyboard as well as the mouse is the input device. The monitor and printer is the output device. That's we know. So now here there is one more options in the case of the this kind of checkbox based question. Give a credit, partial credit. Suppose the students are selecting only one response, they may get only 0.5 mark. Or suppose the students are selecting both the response correct, they may get full mark as a 1. So here automatically it's giving the give partial credit. But you like to give even the single attempt is correct also, even the single response correct also. If you like to give the full mark, you can remove it. So this option is good. Suppose the questions having 2 response correct or 3 response correct, automatically give the partial credit based on the responses. So in this case, the students are selecting, for example, I'm the students, I'm selecting the response keyboard and monitor. There is only one response correct, other response wrong. Automatically, the students might get the, for this question as a 0.5 mark. So that is options we can fix as a give partial credit. And the third option, third type, I'm going to true or false. So in the case of true or false, automatically the true or false templates may come here. You can type the questions here. I'm going to type the questions. Here I put the questions like general questions. I'm putting these simple questions like, yeah. Otherwise, Google, yeah. Google Jamboard. Google Jamboard is an interactive whiteboard. So I'm giving you questions. Google Jamboard is an interactive whiteboard. It's a statement. If the statement is true, the teacher may select the true. If the false, the teacher may select the false. But in this case, it's correct. Therefore, I'm selecting is a true. Right. So now the third questions I have given as a true or false. Now I move to the fourth question. Fourth question is a match the following. The match the following, the same like the normal net examination or any online examination they conduct in the same mode it may display. And there's 2 options they're providing. Even the students may give the response in a numerical base or a text base. That I would do the demonstration, then I can understand that thing. The default they given some kind of demo or some kind of example based some questions also they given. You can delete the question and can type. Suppose I like to go with Google Meet. So I'm giving the questions here. Sorry, the questions I'm typing is the match the following. Match the following is a heading. And I'm giving the tools name, Google Meet, then Google Drive, then I'm putting this here, Google Duo. Sorry, the Google Duo also is like a video conference, that's why I'm changing here. Then Google Slide, then Google Form. Right. So I'm typing as the questions here. So here all the questions. Suppose you like to shuffle the question also, you can press this. This was shuffle the questions, the match the follow. So in the right side, we have to give the option. We have to give the correct response. For example, the Google Meet is a video conferencing tool. So I'm fixed the video conferencing tool as a second option here. So video conferencing tool. So video conference. Therefore, the second option, you have to give the second is a correct response. Therefore, the Google Meet is a video conferencing tool. Now the Google Drive is a cloud storage. Therefore, I'm giving the cloud storage as a third as a correct response. I'm putting as a cloud storage. So it's a cloud storage tool. Right? So I'm giving the answer as a 3. So you have to match like this. Now the Google Slide is a presentation tool. Therefore, I'm giving the answer in the 4th as the answer, presentation tool. I'm giving the answer as a 4, right? Now the Google Form, the assessment tool, I'm selecting as a 1, I'm changing as assessment tool. Right. So what is the advantage of this particular options in the test modes? Even the students may select the answer based on the number. Suppose the right side, there is options, each option having the number. The students, they can see the question. Suppose the Google Meet, they can find the options from the right side. So suppose the video conference tool, they may select the drop down as a number 2. The same mode, the students may select from the end. Suppose you'd like to change the pattern into text mode. If you click the text, instead of here the questions, so this view, it may comes here. The students want to fix the answer for the Google Meet, they can select this drop and draw, and they can select the drop and draw. From there, they can select the proper responses. So you can go with any mode. So now I'm going to numeric base. So like this, the students can select the proper response in a number base, right? And here there is a partial credit also. What is a partial credit? So suppose you are conducting the entire question in only 1 mark, you can go with only 1 mark. Suppose I like to go with a 4 mark. So what is the advantage of 4 mark assigning? If the students are attempting 2 questions correctly, they may get 2 marks. If the students are attempting 3 questions correct, 3 options correct, they may get the 3 marks. So like this, it promoted the give partial credit. Suppose you don't like to give the partial credit, if the students attending all the questions correct, then only they get the 4 mark, then you can remove it. But now I like to go with the partial credit I'm giving here. So this is a match the following. Now I move to the next type, that is called fill in the blanks. For clicking the filling the blanks, so you can type the questions here. Who is the father of computer? Right? General questions. As a teacher, we have to give the answer here. I'm giving the answer Charles Package. Right. So I'm giving the answer as a Charles Package. Okay. Then this also 1 mark. So I hope now you understood how to go with, even there is option case sensitive grading. What is case sensitive grading? Suppose the students also should get the mark once they type, when they type the same mode only. If you want to assign the mark, then you can put the case sensitive grading. So it means that what you are typing here, in what manner you are typing it, the same mode the students may type, then only they may get the mark. Suppose you like to remove that one, you can remove it. Even the small options also, if they're using the small letter also, they may get the answer. So they may get the mark. That is called case sensitive grading. I move to the essay type. This essay type we can use for the both 2 mark question, 5 mark question, even the 10 mark. I'm going with the 2 mark question. What is computer? As a 2 mark question. So in this what is computer, I am fixing the, instead of 1 mark, I'm fixing the 2 mark. Similarly, I'm going to the other 10 mark questions, one more 10 mark question here. Briefly explain the importance of web tools in the teaching and learning process. Just for gentle, I'm typing here, teaching and learning process. Because it's a heterogeneous group, that's why I'm putting the questions in different manner. Briefly explain the importance of web tools in the teaching learning process. So here, I like to give the 10 mark for the each integers. I can give the mark here. So you can type the mark instead of here putting the drop down. So like this, you can go with n number of questions. See, but I already mentioned that the main limitation in the case, maximum 50 questions, maximum 100 participants. Okay. But now see, there is a 7 questions. There's a 7 questions and 20 points. So it's already showing. So there is a 7 question and 20 marks are there. Suppose you like to extend with 15 mark questions, good. But I'm not moving to the next level. This much is enough because I'm already highlighting all the format. Multiple choice, choose one. Multiple choice, choose many. True or false, matching, filling the blanks. Essay. All the types I explained. So after finishing, suppose you feel that this much is enough for me to organize the examination, what you have to do? Go to the next step. Go to the publish. Once you go to the publish, it goes to the next level. It goes to the next level. This is a page. You have to click the publish. So once you click the publish, you are getting one URL. That URL, the same. See the above, there is a URL, no? The same URL only. It may come to say the final URL here. If you click it and publish, you can see this link. See, this is a link. You can see this link. Now I'm sharing this link. I request the participant, you can give a response from there in a random base. Okay. And parallelly, before going to share, just I'm going to tell one more thing. Suppose you want to conduct the same exam. Suppose now there is an online, therefore you're conducting online. In later, you want to conduct the same examination as a paper based, paper pen based. For this, you want to give us a question paper, no? Here, you can download the entire question paper here. See, there is an option called export as a print. If you go with download as a Word document, if you click as a print view, you can find the downloaded, you can get the downloaded Word file. This Word file is a test. This test you have to give to the students. Sorry, this test you have to take a printout and you have to give your students as a paper based. Even we can conduct a paper based test examination. See, the looking is very attractive. So like 1 word questions, this for the 2 mark questions, this is for the Google Jumbo, this for the big question, this is for the match the following, they can students can write the number, this is for the choose the best, this for the dash, like the blanks. So this is the output, it comes as a Word document. Even you can download and share them. This like yesterday also you're learning about interactive worksheet, no? The same worksheet format it may show here. And suppose you like to download with answer, like a key, you want to keep it as a answer key also, you can click the answers and download it. Once you click download, it comes as a output as a key also with the key. So these things you have to keep it with you. So only the objective questions, all the keys are available. You want to, otherwise you want to assign some key to the evaluator, you can give. This is only good in the case of the offline evaluation. I'm not talking about the online now. Even we can use the same test for the offline later. Right now, I'm going to share the link through the chat box. I'm going to share the link. So I'm sharing to the entire paper on everyone in the meeting. Yes. So kindly check. There is a link I shared in our Google. Sorry, not in the Zoom chat box. I request all to click this link. I am already mentioned it may access by one maximum 100 people only. So only the first 100 people only can access it. I request all to give the responses in a random. Okay, now I move to the results. So as a teacher, I am moving to the result. So here I can see this result. See, apparently I'm going to show the students view also, because some of the participants you want to know the students view. Therefore, I'm pasting the URL which I copied earlier. This is students view. Kindly see, this is students view. The students can view like this only, even the mobile phone or in the laptop. The students may join like this. Suppose I'm giving my name Surya as a teacher. I'm giving the designation. Then I'm click the start button. Now you can see, inform your test generator to entry your submissions few seconds. Too many people, yeah, see, there is an issue, too many people taking this test. I think more than people needed, 766 people are there, no? So due to that, I'm not able to enter it. All the people are now accessing. So it's more than that. Due to that, I'm not able to access it. So no problem. So please inform your test administrator. I am getting this thing. So the people's now they giving the responses. So now you can see the results is coming one by one. So now the UT is given the responses. The Gayatri is finished the examinations, like each individual. So don't type the big questions, very big answer. You can give only small response. Okay, don't type a big answer. Only one word answer. This is for the demo purpose. I request all to only give a few responses there. Now the people are attempting, that's why it's showing only 5 responses. So I'm waiting for a few more minutes. So I'm going to results. Now you can see this much of results. So now nearly 70 responses. So this is like synchronous because I'm in the online, you are also online. Therefore, there is a teacher and students. The live way of assessment is going on. Therefore, we may teach this kind of assessment called synchronous assessment. Even we can conduct the same examination in say asynchronous or asynchronous. That is called. I can share this link through the WhatsApp or any mode or email also. Whenever you free, you can access this particular link and you can give this the answers in this particular link. So that is called asynchronous. So now the people are filling. Yes, I got this much of responses. Thank you all to give the response. So now I'm showing the student teacher's view. In the teacher's view, I'm trying once again as a student, but it's not working. Anyway, I'm moving to the teacher's view. In the teacher's view, I can find the people's nearly 15 response I got, 15 members. So yes, there is a question from Veena Balaji. So in the publish, you can find out the option called publish. So once after finishing all the questions, only you can press the publish option. Once you click the publish, you are getting this kind of URL. See, your test is published and available at any people. Then you can copy this URL. You can share the link to the people those who are going to be attempt your examination. So that we have to do. So very simple process publish. So once you go to the publish, there is only the option called publish. You can press the publish, and other features also is available that if you need, you can use it. These features we can use it for the offline examination. Suppose you want to conduct the examination paper based later after 1 month or 2 months after the COVID issues, you can go with this also. Even for constructing the examination well structured the printable document, that is better. Even sometimes for typing the word file, no, we don't get the proper view. But here it comes perfect order. It's like a Word document. Then you can take a printout, you can submit the students. You can hand over the students, they can work from there. Yes, now I am moving to the results once again. The result page, yeah, now I got the 100 responses. See, within 5 minutes, I got the 100 responses. Now I got the 100 responses. So I got the 100 responses. More than 100 is not possible. Yes, for is it possible to regional language? It's possible. That's why I already shown in the setting options. Hindi, all the languages are available. Even some languages not there. You can use the Google input tool for typing any language. That's not at all an issue in the case of the language. But I don't know whether the students are competent for typing the other language. That you have to check. How to edit that? Yes, ma'am. You can edit at any question. There is a question from Tasnim Karo. Suppose I organize the examination. I feel that I want to delete one question. So I'm going to the questions option. You can delete any question. So you can go, for example, I like to add one more questions here. You can add one more questions or delete any question. Suppose I like to add one questions here. I can add the questions, multiple choice or true or false. Yes. So here you can add any questions. You can add any questions. You can go with what is that? Whenever you need to feel editing or deleting something, you can do at any time. For the editing and deleting, you can go to the question section only. Right after this, you don't need to go for publish. Automatically, like in the Google Forms, you are doing some kind of changes. Whenever you do any kind of small editing, automatically the end user, the students also, they can see that editing things. Sorry, which are things you did edit. The same thing shows their end. Same. Yes, now I come to the good questions someone's asked from the people. How to evaluate the 2 mark question, 5 mark question? Please kindly see my screen. I'm coming to the result. I'm coming to the results. There is a first student, Aarti Jain Sharma. Thank you, ma'am. So she's got the 84%. Now you can see there's a first question is correct, second question correct, third question right, fourth question correct. And there is a problem with sixth and seventh is the big question. Now I like to evaluate the 6th and 7th question. What I'm going to do, I can click the question mark at any question mark. Then you can find out the answer script. This is the answer script of the Aarti Jain Sharma. So now I'm checking the answer script. First question, she attempted correct. The second question, she attempted 2 questions, 2. She attempted a 2 response wrong. That's why it's deducted 0.75. It's a wrong attempt from her end. And Google Jamboard, correct answer. This is correct answer. But she is putting the term Charles Babbage is a small letter. So therefore, I'm going to modify the mark as a 1 out of 1. And she's given the answer, what is computer? She put an electronic machines. I like to give the 2 mark for her. I'm giving the 2 mark. So this is the evaluation that teachers may do from the end as a subjective evaluation. Suppose the 7th question is a essay type. So it's given the brief importance connection between student and teacher. I'm very much accept that answer. Therefore, I'm giving the 10 out of 10, for example. After this, I click the save changes. Now I request the ma'am, Artist Jane, kindly check your answer script. You can refresh your state as a student state. You can see now you can find out the mark of yours, entire mark. Now the same, you can see now the Arti Jain, I assigned the mark for the 6th question, 7th question. Therefore, she got 99%. Similarly, I'm going to the Asha Jodi. I'm clicking the 6th question. I am seeing the Asha Jodi, the answer script. I am giving the correct mark, the 1 mark for her for this question. Because there is a capital letter. I'm fixing the case that should happen. I am fixing the 2 out of 2. I'm fixing the 9 mark for this particular answer. I'm going with the save changes. So now she can see the result from her end, Asha Joshi. So I request Asha Joshi and Aarti Jain kindly check and type in the chat box whether you received the mark, the recent mark. Similarly, the Venkat Ramana Babu. So each individual, the teachers may go like this. So the teachers may go and assign the mark like this, the 2 mark question as well as the 5 mark questions. Then you can give the save changes. So these are things the teachers can do the end, right? Suppose I like to download the entire answer script because there is 100 students. I want to download the entire 100 students result only, the entire summary result. So already we have the summary result also. You can see the summary result. But here you can see the each question by summary also. The first question, 88% of people are correct. Second question, 99% of people are correct. Third question, 96 people. Fourth question, 99%. The fifth question, 9%. Like this, we can easy to find which is the question, very easy question, which is a difficult question from this percentage. Now I like to download the entire report in a Excel file as a CSV extension. Therefore, I'm going to point grade. If you click the point grade, see there is a file may downloaded. Now you can see the file. The entire output is downloaded. The entire output is downloaded. Now I'm showing the output, the entire summary. The first, you can see the name of the students. You can see all the names of the students. The second column is a state when they start the examination, when they finish the examination, how long they took the time, how much hours or how many minutes they took the time. The next E columns represent the percentage of mark, how much percentage they generated the mark, and how much points they earn. This was the percentage, this was the mark. This is for the point possible, right? Even he can get the 20 out of 20. There's a chance he may get the 8. There's a possibility also it's giving. And see, this is for each question wise. The first question, 1 represent correct answer, 0 represent wrong answer. From this, we can easily to know who is given the correct responses. Arjun Jain is given the first answer correct, but the first question is wrong by the Ashwini. So like this, we can easily to find who is attempted wrong question, wrong answer, who is attempted correct answer also. Then if you go to the second question, you can see the second question. Like this, all the questions, the mark is visible, but I'm assigning the mark only for the big question, only 2 or 3 people. That's why you're seeing this assign mark only 2 or 3 people. If I assign all the people, I can see this mark here. This is here one output only for the mark purpose. Suppose I like to download the next Excel sheet that is called with the response. You want to keep it as a record also. If you click the response grid, you can find out the one more Excel sheet. You can download the one more Excel sheet. It's automatically downloading. That Excel sheet consists of the with the response of the students also. See, I'm clicking here. It may comes now. So it's coming now. It takes because it comes in the yeah. Now you can see it's come with all the response. What is the answer for the Arati Jain? So for the first question, what the first question answer? What is the fifth question answer? Like this, each question's responses we can see from here. This is like we can keep it as a repository for further evaluation of mark. So with the report also, so with the with the students' response also, we have to download the things from here. And yeah, so we can easily to know the red color intermark represent wrong attempt, and the green color represent the correct attempt. The question mark, the teacher may assign the mark. So from this, we can easily to know for which are the questions we have to. And I'm so happy it's supporting more than 140 also now. See, there is a 140 responses. I don't know how it happened. So I thought only it may comes to the 100 responses only, but now it's supporting the 140 responses. I think that now they may increase due to that it happened. I don't know how it will become to 140 because the free versions may supporting 100 only. See, you can only view. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the teacher, yes, correct. So we, as a teacher, we can view the only 100 results, but the response on nearly 140 is good, no? Even the students may attend more than that, but this is new for me. I thought it's me supporting only 100 now after because even the morning section also I didn't know this one, so the previous section, but this is good. And now I realize that it may supporting more than 100 also, but only the teachers may see only 100 results. That is only the limitation the side of teachers. So suppose you'd like to do any editing later, you can go to the questions and you can do the editing. You want to do any kind of customized settings, you can go to the settings and do any customization things. Suppose you like to conduct the same examination with other 100 people. What my suggestion? Suppose you want to conduct the examination more than that 100. You have to delete all the peoples. You have to delete all the peoples with the delete options. You can send the same link once again to the other group and you can get the scores. So because the report is showing only 100 people only. If you're deleting the people's things, you may get the other person's details also. But before that, you can download the report and then delete. And suppose you want to find the people. Suppose I like to find the people. The Bindu as a name here. So Bindu as the name. I'm typing as a Bindu and search here. So automatically only the Bindu. I'm already mentioned. So for whom you want to search, that options also available. So you can clear here. Automatically all the students may come. And other features like even we can go with any kind of order. Like if you want to keep the score based. So this for the score based order. This for the time wise. So who is attempted fastly? If you click the time, it automatically showing the time. So only the UT is attempted 46th again. Like we can go with any kind of sequence, like alphabetical, so not in what is it order. Even this the name is for the alphabetical order. The scores, if you want to go with the score based, you can go with the order, ascending order. Timing, based on the timing, you can go with start on. So like this, there are plenty of reports is coming in our end. So I hope this might be helping a lot to lead the further things and all. So just I'm complete my presentation with some acknowledgement. After that, I have to go for the question answer. Yes, now I'm coming to the acknowledgement part. I hope you might understood how we can effectively use this tool. And I'm openly telling that for this like a alternative of the Google Forms or the Microsoft Forms. But there is some plus point in the Microsoft Forms or the Google Forms. Finally, here also some good features are there. So as a teacher, we have to select the proper tool based on the circumstances. So based on the need. So instead of going to single tool, we can explore the different tools based on the need. We have to access. You can use these tools. So then only the students may benefit a lot from us. And I like to share my thanks to the two group of people. One is called the mission based thanks, also and a human based. The mission based thanks. First, I'm sharing the thanks to the Tesmo's creator. Even they providing this much of features because I didn't cause any tools like this much of free features are available. And thanks to Tesmos as well as the PowerPoint, from this only I'm sharing my interview. Thanks to Zoom, there only I'm connecting nearly 600 people in this group. And thanks to the YouTube live streaming people also, those are participating, as well as the live streaming, the mechanical support of the YouTube also. I'm extending the thanks to the human base. The first thanks to the UT, the entire team, especially the Sam, Simon, then Dhanashekar, Raghavendran, and this particular program it's led by the Manikya Valli, I think so. So for all of them, I'm sharing my thanks, and thanks to my teachers because the reasons I'm reaching this particular destination as assistant in the university. Thanks to all my teachers, and thanks to my students community because of them only, because they're expecting something novel from me. Due to that, I'm exploring some of the new tools from the online. The real credit goes to my students only because of reasons I'm updating. And thanks to the entire participants for your passive as well the active participants in the entire program. Thank you all. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. No, if I know, I will give that answer.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kailas, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Sir,
Yes.
Yes.
it's a wonderful program, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Tyagi sir. So my question is, is there a copy paste option in framing questions?
It is there, sir. Just if you have some kind of Word document, you have the question, just you can do the copies. Just I'm going to the question. See, I'm going to the question. I like to add one questions from my desktop Word file. I'm going to the multiple choice. If you have the Word document, you can open any Word document. You can copy this question. Suppose I'm doing the demo now. You can copy the questions and paste it there. Do a cut and copy. Okay. Do a cut and that options are there.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Next person, Syntax High School. The person who yes.
Good evening, sir. Sir, this is Aarti Jain Sharma.
Thank you. Yes.
Sir, my doubt is from the student end. How can we see the report, sir?
Madam, the students and once they give that what is the mark, no? So sorry, once the teachers may assign the mark, the same code they can give the same name, they can check that result. So I hope you already seen, no? So I did some demonstration for first 2-3 people. So once they assign the mark from the teacher side as a subjective questions, if they go for the refresh, automatically they can see only the subjective question. And the objective question automatically, once they fill the examination, once they finish the examination, automatically the objective questions, the percentage may shows the top, no? It shows that 60%, 70%, and which are the questions they attempted correct, which are the questions they attempted wrong. Everything may display there, no? Automatically it may display in the student side. Yes.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, can we send this URL in the Google Classroom?
Of course, you can copy and paste. Even I'm conducting UGC NET examinations for more than 300 days. I'm daily creating an online quiz through the test mode. I'm sharing the Google Classroom only. I'm sharing not like we could not be directly assigned from here. We could not be assigned directly from here like a quizzes. The
Okay,
quizzes we can copy and paste. We can copy and paste it there.
But when we copy and paste, then how will we assess them? Like the report will be generated in the TestMos.
In the TestMos only, because the third party tool, no, the same when you assign the task through the quizzes to the Google Classroom, the report comes to the quizzes only, no, ma'am, because this is a third party tool. We are connecting with the Google Classroom, so the report may come to the quizzes. Sorry, the third party tool like TestMos or quizzes only.
Yeah. So initially you told to remember the URL and the password. So for every test there is a different URL and password. We have to note it down, that thing.
Yes, of course. Otherwise it cannot be retrieved, ma'am.
So which is that in the starting, which we give the username and password, that is the we have to remember.
Username is not needed, madam. Username is not needed. Password is important. That URL. See this in URL. This is a URL is needed, right?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But madam, one more thing. So, but when you I'm doing the demonstration because good question you're asking. Sometimes the people's having the doubt how we can go with this. Suppose I'm moving here, please. I'm copying the same URL and pasting the URL here. I'm entering it. So once you go with the enter, you are finding this option. See, student login administration. If you are a teacher, you can go with the administration. If you click the administration, toss the password which you created earlier, you can give the password and give the enter. Then you can reach this page, right? So don't forget the password which you created during the time of the creation of the test, as well as the code. Only these two things important. Sorry, sir. You can ask the questions now.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Hello.
Sir, you are audible, sir. Please.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Sir, how to start the second test after completing the first test? How to start the second test?
So once again, go to the TestMos and create a new test.
Again, we have to go back to the test mode and we have to start the test.
Go to the TestMos and go to the build a test and create a new test, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But only things, don't forget the URL ID. Okay, URL and the password. So if you forget it, you cannot be retrieve the things in the free basis. But in the paid version, what is the advantage? In a single account, suppose I have the one username and password. From this, I can create n number of examination. I can access the entire test with a single username password. That is in the case of the paid versions available. Yes.
Yes, sir. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Dear participants, as usual, we have a doubt clearing session between 8 and 9. You can ask your questions through WhatsApp at during 8 and 9. Okay. Today's assignment is make a test with all the question options explained here by sir. So you have to submit your assignment by tomorrow 5 p.m. Okay. That's it. That's all from my side. Manikali madam.
Yes, sir. I'm waiting for you.
Yes.
Tiago, sir. Wonderful. Congratulations for your river flow presentation. You are the king today, sir. No doubt in that. Dear friends, be blessed always. Sharing knowledge is our visions. Thanks for joining the mission. No end to knowledge revolution. It's time for valediction. It's not the valedictory address of UTA. It's a validate address proof of UTA. Thanks to Dr. Thiago for his presentation. Long live his unique, extraordinary precision. Well, my dear friends, it's not a conclusion, it's a progression. Yes, passion for profession. Let's meet on tomorrow useful occasion. Don't forget your submission. Thanks to Almighty for our education fusion. Goodbye. See you again.
Thank you all. Thank you, Tiago sir. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Now I officially end the meeting.